All right, everybody. This is an absolutely hysterical story, and I'm so sad that I'm like a week late. Not even a week, 10 days late to this story. But I got really sick right when this broke out, and I had to take my time to rest and recover. Trust me, you would not have liked this segment if I did it while sick. I would have had lots of fluids draining from the back of my sinuses into my throat, making weird gurgling noises with every word I uttered. It would not be fun. I'd be sniffling. I'd be scratching my nose. I'd be blowing my nose and sneezing and coughing. And I'd be constantly forgetting what I was saying because I'd be lightheaded and like foggy-minded. Trust me, it's good that I waited this long. Especially when the story is this fucking good. Now, where do I even start? I'm just going to read the headline. Actress Gina Carano sues Disney and Lucasfilm with Elon Musk's help. That's right. Gina Carano, for those of you guys that don't know, this is her. I'll show you guys a picture of her. I became aware of her, as many of you guys probably did, because of her appearance in The Mandalorian show in Disney's Star Wars. The show The Mandalorian, big hit. She plays like tough woman. I don't know if she's a Mandalorian or not. I haven't watched The Mandalorian in a long time, but she becomes a friend of the main character. And here's the thing. Outside of her job at Disney, she started tweeting and posting on Instagram some pretty sussy-wussy stuff, including a post about how anti-vaxxers are somehow equivalent to Jews during the Holocaust. That was just one of many examples that people were not too happy about, and due to popular request, Disney fired her. Just like they've fired many, many other people from roles because of shit they've done outside of their roles, and outside of their job, and that they don't want anymore. For example, the entire current current saga of the MCU is being rewritten. It was originally going to be an adaptation of, like, the story of Kang the Conqueror, which was obviously what they were heavily leaning into, but the actor that they cast to play Kang the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors, ended up being, like, a domestic abuser or something, and so because of that, they fired him, and now they have to, like, write off that character, which I think they've done pretty well, and move things into a completely different direction. And I'm gonna be honest, that direction looks way better. I'm gonna be completely real. Like, the X-Men stuff that they're leaning into, I imagine, like, that's a big response to this. Like, they're like, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna do X-Men then. Like, it looks good. I'm hyped. Like, fuck it, we'll do X-Men. That's what we wanted. That's what we needed. Anyway, that aside, I learned of Gina Carano because of The Mandalorian. She apparently got fired, and she's now very mad about it, and is suing Disney because they fired her. Apparently, because of some form of discrimination are the grounds that she's going to try to sue on. We'll see how that goes for her. Actress Gina Carano has sued Disney and Lucasfilm after she was sacked in 2021 over a social media post in which she compared being a Republican to being a Jew during the Holocaust. The lawsuit is being funded by... Okay, I know this is completely unrelated, but I saw an interaction on Twitter today that made me, like, gut laugh really deeply. It was somebody who'd posted a clip saying, "Throwback to the time that Charles Xavier made Magneto relive the Holocaust," and then included a clip from the cartoon where Professor Xavier makes Magneto relive a moment from the Holocaust. And Chris Ray-Gun replied to it, "Is this real?" in all caps. And the top reply to his tweet was, "Yeah, the Germans did it during World War II. Such a fucking good reply. Like, unironically, I was actually happy to go on Twitter this morning. Very rare, very rare occurrence these days. The lawsuit is being funded by Elon Musk, who made an open call on his platform Twitter for others to join the suit. Ms. Carano is seeking $75,000 in damages, or euros, actually. She is also seeking the court to force Lucasfilm to recast her. So, they are demanding they pay her $75,000 and recast her as her character. I'm gonna sue you if you don't let me be in Star Wars again. Representatives for the defendants were not immediately available for comment. Miss Carano, 41, a former MMA fighter, portrayed Cara Dune in the first 2 seasons of the Disney Plus show The Mandalorian. During that time, she frequently tangled online with left-wingers, but critics demanded that she be fired after she shared a post on her Instagram account in February 2021 equating the persecution of Jews by the Nazis to the political climate Republicans face today. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews, the post read. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? The same day, Miss Carano was dropped by Lucasfilm, the production company behind the show, as well as UTA, the talent agency that had represented her for nearly 2 years. In a statement at the time, a Lucasfilm spokesperson said, quote, "Her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable." UTA is not named in today's court filing, which alleges that the Walt Disney Company was at fault for the agency dropping her. The 59-page civil suit, filed in California federal court, lays out allegations of wrongful termination and retaliation in a narrative laden with Star Wars references. I shit you not, this is how they start their legal defense, or not their legal defense. This is how Elon Musk and Gina Carano, their lawyer, starts their legal statement. I shit you not. A short time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, defendants made it clear that not only one orthodoxy in thought, speech, or action was acceptable in their empire, and that those who dared to question or failed to fully comply would not be tolerated. The complaint begins. That is the start of their complaint that they have filed for the lawsuit. Yeah, I'm not liking their chances. I don't think they're gonna win. But, like, do they think that if they throw enough money at the lawsuit that no matter how poorly you go about handling the lawsuit, you'll still win because you spent a lot of money on it? Because that's not how that works. Miss Carano claims that she was fired, quote, because she dared to voice her own opinions and stood up to the online bully mob who demanded her compliance with their extreme progressive ideology. Yeah, the thing is, you're on the side of the people who did the Holocausting, and then now you're claiming you're the equivalent of the victim of the Holocaust. It's pretty hateful, so you're just going to lose the case. The lawsuit alleges that the actress was treated differently from 2 male co-stars who wrote or shared posts online maligning Republicans as Nazis, but faced no penalty. Yeah, they were criticizing conservatives for hating minorities. You were criticizing the left for hating you for hating minorities. It's fundamentally a different thing. It's not that people hate another person for having different political opinions, it's that your political opinions are hateful. In a lengthy statement on Twitter, Miss Carano said that she had been subjected to a bullying smear campaign aimed at silencing, destroying, and making an example out of her. Quote, "Artists do not sign away our rights as American citizens when we enter into employment," she added, thanking Mr. Musk and those who have supported her. The billionaire shared her statement, writing, "Please let us know if you would like to join the lawsuit against Disney." Mr. Musk has previously vowed to financially support those facing discrimination for their posts on Twitter. In a statement, a spokesperson for his company said it was proud to back Miss Carano's lawsuit as part of its commitment to free speech. Dude, with Twitter bleeding funds the way it is and losing advertisers, do you really think they're going to be able to keep up this whole paying for the lawsuits of anybody who got fired because of anything they posted on Twitter? Because that's going to be, over the course of the next few years, thousands of conservatives getting fired for their jobs for going on JQ rants on Twitter. Because it's allowed, so they'll post it, and then people will dox them, contact their work, get them fired, they'll sue, and make a big fuss about Elon Musk not paying for it after he said he would. I don't know, man. I feel like Musk has set himself up for some real big problems here. He's basically volunteered for another wound to be cut in his finances, to be slowly bleeding funds. Twitter is far from profitable. It never was profitable in the first place. It had value as far as a brand name, but now it's like really, 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 really not profitable. Like, you know how Elon Musk, like, one of his big selling points for the platform was the idea that he was going to get rid of all the bots and AI on the platform? He was going to get rid of all the bots and spam accounts and porn accounts that are just, like, fake, like, scams. Notice how there's never been more of all of that, ever? Notice how it's, like, a worse problem than it has ever been, to the point where it's unavoidable. If you post something, the first reply will be, "My pussy in bio," in all caps. Like, notice how Elon Musk bought the platform, and then within, like, 2 years, we watched as that problem, like, just happened. With each change Elon made, as more and more money drained from the platform, and more and more employees left, the problem got worse and worse and worse, because Elon Musk is an incompetent fuck. What can I say? I don't know. Elon Musk has never just, like, demonstrated real competence in the political sphere. I do not think this lawsuit's going to go well, especially when one of the stipulations is you have to recast me as Cara Dune. You have to let me be in Star Wars again. That's not how that works. They have the right to fire you for any reason, as long as it's not for any reasons having to do with your identity. Like, if they fired you for being a woman, that'd be illegal. If they fired you for being insert race or sexuality, that'd be illegal. But no. It's not how it works. You can't sue them and say you have to put me back in Star Wars. That's, like, genuinely baby-brained. This has to be a publicity stunt. Almost certainly this has to be a publicity stunt. If not, then this is some of the dumbest legal action I've ever seen.